What's going on, guys? This is the review for the Puma Fuse 3. Alright, so let's talk about the design of the shoe. So when it comes to the upper part of the shoe, it has a mesh that is definitely breathable and flexible. I did fall in love with the material of the shoe when it comes to how flexible and breathable it was during workouts, and we'll talk more about that after. When we go to the other side of the shoe, you can see the logo here, which I love the logo as the brown around it kind of outlines it, and I thought that was a really nice approach to it. And then on the side of it, you can see that it has a rope guard on the outside and on the inside of it, and it is called their Puma grip. So I'm assuming that's what they're calling their rope guard material. As you go more towards the lateral side of the shoe, it has the same material, but then it breaks down into a couple other materials, which would be this power tape here and the different material here on the side of the shoe where the logo for the rope is. So I'm assuming it was the part to help with rope climb. And then as you make your way to the heel / collar of the shoe, it's very comfortable and there's no heel slippage every time I would walk in them or train in them. So that was a good part of that. What I did not like was the material of the tongue. It's just very flimsy, and I just don't like how it looks or feels, to be honest. It didn't bother me in anything, but that's just a preference. When you make your way to the heel, the heel has a TPU and that says Fuse on it. This is for handstand push-ups to help you glide better. I will say that I thought that because it protrudes out a lot, I thought it might stop me on handstand push-ups or anything like that, but nothing happened when it comes to that. But it definitely pops out there. And then as you make your way to the whole rubber outsole, I kind of thought that this would be really grippy for a lot of things, when you're like doing burpees and things like that, or rope climbs in general, because the outsole goes into different directions. So there's different, if you look at it closely, on the bottom, you can see that it has kind of a sturdy heel and midfoot to probably catch when it comes to lifting and like rope climbing, while the upper has the outsole has different directions going on, and I thought that this would be really good for different movements in CrossFit. So let's talk about this shoe when it comes to lifting. When it goes to barbell cycling, as in lightweight to moderate, I definitely thought this was a great shoe. I felt very secure in doing cycling. I definitely did a couple snatches, an EMOM of snatching, and I definitely felt like every time I catch, I would be secure in those catches. When it comes to a squat clean and jerk or a squat clean, I definitely felt like every time I caught it, my heel was super secure in that. Now, when it gets to heavier weights, I definitely can feel my midfoot and toes shift side to side. So when it comes to that, you can feel the secureness of this shoe in the heels and midfoot, but when it comes to here, when it comes to the toe box and midfoot, you can definitely feel your feet shift. And so I'm gonna say when you're lifting past 75-80%, maybe these wouldn't be my choice. So I'm gonna say for barbell cycling, great shoe. When it comes to lifting to pass your 80% or for a 1 rep, I'm gonna say we're gonna switch to a different shoe. So when it comes to lifting such as squatting and deadlifting, I definitely felt these shoes were good for squatting in the same context as when it comes to Olympic lifting. You don't want to go past your 80-85% because these shoes, you will feel like you're moving side to side when it gets heavier. But when it comes to light percentages, I definitely say these were really good shoes to do it in. When it comes to deadlifting, I will say I didn't feel the side to side movements when I was deadlifting, but I can feel like I am on an elevated heel. So would these be my first choice for when it heavy squatting or heavy deadlifting or deadlifting in general? I'm going to say no to that. But when it comes to doing deadlifts and squatting at a low percentage, I will say these are a good choice to do. When it comes to plyometrics and gymnastics for this shoe, I definitely have mixed emotions about it. When it comes to the midfoot and the toe box for jump roping, I definitely felt like it was very flexible and responsive in every jump. However, in also every jump, I've definitely felt the weight of the shoe. I definitely felt like I had to jump slightly higher in all my jumps. It never got caught in the shoe or anything like that, or I never really felt that I was slower in my jump roping. I just felt like I had to change up my cadence in my jump roping to be able to complete all my jump ropes. When it comes to burpees, however, I definitely didn't feel like the weight of the shoe was bothering me too much. I would do burpee box jump overs. I would do burpees over the dumbbells. I definitely felt like the weight of the shoe didn't bother me, and I loved that the flexibility of the front foot was really good, and also the grip on the outsole the outsole definitely felt like it helped out a lot gripping the floor. When it comes to running in the Puma Fuse 3s, I definitely was surprised how well they did. I was afraid, since how heavy they felt right out the box, that this would not be a good running shoe. But the part that I keep talking about that I really feel that is a strong point about this shoe is going to be the mesh and the material for the toe box and the midfoot, that it makes it very flexible, that I can feel comfortable running in these shoes. However, I definitely felt that the shoe in the back is heavy, and you can definitely feel that in every stride of the run. I definitely also felt that every time I would try to catch in the midfoot and not really slam on my heel, I tend to still strike a little bit in every stride. So while I would say I could do a workout with 100 or 200 meter multiple times in this shoe, I just wouldn't choose this shoe if I saw the workout having multiple 400 meters or even a buy-in 1 mile run. Even if you told me I had 1 mile to start the workout and I'll never run again, I still kind of wouldn't choose these shoes for that. When it comes to rope climbing in these shoes, I thought this was a decent rope climbing shoe. Even with the lateral side with that rope climbing material and the power tape and the side Puma grip, I definitely felt like if you didn't catch it on this part here, you kind of could slip. Now, I really thought that this would catch the rope a lot, but I did a workout that had rope climbings in it, and I definitely didn't feel like I was secure in all my rope climbs. I definitely didn't feel like this was a factor as much. But once I caught it on the side panel here, I definitely felt like I was stuck to the rope. And then coming down on the rope felt effortlessly, so there's no problem on that one. It was just, if you just miss it, if you just catch it more on your front foot, it's gonna kind of slide down as you pull yourself up. But if you catch it right on your midfoot, on this part right here, you definitely feel secure in your rope climbs. So how did this shoe perform when it comes to doing CrossFit workouts when you have to go from one plyometric movement to more of a stable type of movement? I thought these shoes performed really well in that. I did a workout where I had to do box jump overs, and I felt like the weight of the shoe didn't bother me. I feel like I moved really well, and I can move to the best of my abilities. When it comes to going from a plyometric movement where I have to jump all around to more of a stable type movement such as the overhead squats and front squats, I definitely felt like I transitioned really well. I definitely felt like the heel and the midfoot was very secure. I did feel slight feet movement as I did the overhead squats and the front squat, but nothing too crazy where I thought I had to take the shoe off. It was just very, very minimal. So overall, guys, I think this is a good shoe for CrossFit when it comes to the price that they're out for, which is $120. That is on the cheaper side when it comes to CrossFit shoes or cross training shoes. I definitely won't be running a lot in them, and for me, I just want 1 rep max in these shoes. But if you're looking for a shoe that does a lot very well, and you're looking for a decent price, these would be the shoes. But if you're looking for a more complete CrossFit shoe, I definitely think there's a better options out there. But if you're looking for the cheaper version and a good shoe, this would be it.